You want to take your game to the next level? You want to be a world champion? Take the fighter training stack. Victor Conte's fighter training stack has brought me to the next level. Everything that I take on a daily basis. The fighter training stack is the best thing out right now. Devin Haney, I'm snack strong. Get it now, right now.
Eddie Hearn, what's up?
Fucking buzzing, mate. We're in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
We're selling tickets like it's going like hotcakes. Obviously, big fight this Saturday, so good to be alive, mate. Good to be alive.
Let's talk about the fight this weekend. Devin Haney going up against Jorge Linares.
Yeah.
I think it can be a really tough fight. A lot of people are counting Jorge off because he's kind of up and down. But how do you see the fight playing out in your
I
opinion?
think it's a really tough fight. I mean, we're all on the hype train of Devin Haney. I think there's reason for that because he's really, really good. I think he's the best lightweight in the world. But when you start being analytical and you look at his resume, he's not fought anyone of the level of Jorge Linares. In his prime, wherever he is now, he's not boxed at that level before. Linares looks in the shape of his life. He weighed in. He looks absolutely ripped to shreds, face nice and healthy. They're going for it. You know, they really believe they can beat Devin Haney. If Devin's what we think he is, I think he'll look spectacular. But a lot of people saying Haney needs to make a statement. I'm just happy with a win, you know. So, but I think it's a brilliant, brilliant fight and the perfect fight for Devin Haney at this moment in his career.
Back to you saying that he needs to make a statement. I think a lot of people were saying that because they weren't happy with the last few performances that he had. You know, they called the Gamboa performance boring, and I think people are starting to say like, "Hey, Devin has the potential to be a big star, but he might go the route of an Andre, where he's so good and his style is not pleasing the fans. He might not get the fights that we want to see him in."
The problem is Gamboa went into his shell. So Gamboa, did he really come to win the fight? I don't think so. When you're a great fighter like Devin Haney, you need someone that comes to win the fight. That's why I think this is a great chance for him, because Jorge Linares, you know, he's not coming to survive. He's coming to beat Devin Haney. He's going to be explosive, Linares. He's going to stand in the pocket and trade. He's got fast hands, great feet. So now you're going to see all the attributes of Devin Haney. I agree. You know, I thought the Gamboa performance was a little bit flat, but after 2 or 3 rounds, Gamboa went very, very defensive. He didn't try and engage. He was scrappy. So, and it's learning for Devin. But when you've got the hype behind you, people don't care about learning. People want to see it now. So this is the moment for him on Saturday on DAZN where he can go and show that he is the best lightweight in the world.
What are you thinking if he wins? What would make sense for him?
I'd love to make the Teofimo Lopez fight. You know, I mean, I don't know what his contractual positions are, and obviously with all the issues last time around with Top Rank, but I would love to make an offer for that fight on Monday. You know, it's a fight DAZN would love. It's a fantastic fight for the division. We'd still like the Ryan Garcia fight. You know, we wish him the best and hope he gets back to the ring soon, but Lomachenko is another option for Devin Haney. He chased him originally. So honestly, like Devin and Bill, they will not turn down fights. All of those names that I've just mentioned previously, they would have taken them 3 fights ago. So, but Saturday's going to be the perfect yardstick, I think, to see exactly where he's at.
Those fights seem kind of hard to make, I think.
Not
right?
really. No, I
Loma's
think,
top rank. They're not going to take Loma to DAZN.
I think they're going to run out of options. You know, if you look at Lomachenko, he's fighting soon. What are you going to do with him after that? You know, he needs to be in a big fight. If Teofimo Lopez becomes a free agent or whatever might happen, he's available. There's one. But with Devin, you know, and you look at the career of like Canelo Alvarez now, who I'm guiding and helping with the team, it's the same with Devin. You know, we mustn't, after this fight, we've got to make sure that if there's an opportunity, and listen, if it comes on PBC, if it comes on ESPN, he's got to be ready to take those fights, because this is.
So you guys are okay with that then?
Yeah, I am. Listen, as always, like with Canelo Alvarez.
That's why I said like it seems hard because Devin DAZN.
Yeah, but
you guys invested a lot of money on him.
But the others, you know, Teofimo Lopez potentially free agent, Lomachenko ESPN, Tank PBC, Devin DAZN. But of course, we want Devin Haney's fights on DAZN, and we'll do everything we can to make that happen. But we're not going to restrict his opportunities and say, look, if there's a game-changing opportunity to make this kid a global star and take a fight on another platform, no problem. We have to be willing to look at that as well.
So you're different then, because other
of course, but you have
would be
to be
like,
different.
no, we've already invested all this money. We have to keep him on our network.
But you know what, Marcos? It's a bit like, you know, look at Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Right. Really, if I'm Top Rank or I'm ESPN, I'm going, I know we've invested money, but this kid, I think, is the best welterweight in the world, right? Let him go and fight on Fox. Let him beat someone, make him a star, and then you've got him back on ESPN. But people don't think like that these days. People are just all about control. people about restricting opportunities for fighters. And I think that's a better, don't get me wrong, the network's got to approve. So it's not, and they've invested that money, but think about the argument, to say, look at Canelo Alvarez, when obviously there was a split from Golden Boy and DAZN, he came back to DAZN, it's been unbelievably successful. Now we're in a position, Caleb Plant, is it Fox, is it DAZN? Whatever's the best opportunity for the fighters. But it's a massive fight, and then bring him back to the platform. But you can only do that if you're a star, because you need the security of a network and a promoter behind you. I don't agree with free agent status unless you're a superstar. Then I think it's a great move.
He's not a superstar yet.
No, I'm talking about Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
But for Devin Haney, one fight could make him a superstar. He goes and beats Teofimo, he beats Ryan Garcia, he beats Tank, he's a superstar.
Yeah.
But let's calm down and get through Saturday first.
Speaking of Teofimo, he did a lot of interviews. He had a media day. He's saying that he does want the fight with Devin next. He doesn't feel that Devin will take the fight, but there's the whole issue of Undisputed, and it gets muddled because of the belt situation and all.
I always say Teofimo should be the Undisputed champion. Like, he fought, unfortunately, when Devin Haney, when we sat down and looked at the governing bodies, I said to him, which route do you want to take? He said, I want Lomachenko. I said, right, let's go down the WBC route. You've got a final eliminator. If you win, you fight Loma. He fought the final eliminator. Top Rank requested to avoid the fight and move Loma up to franchise. Not Loma, by the way. Loma would have fought Devin, no problem. But Top Rank requested that. They moved him up to franchise champion. As soon as they do that, the other governing bodies do not recognise him as a WBC world champion, right? So, right or wrong, he is not recognised as the WBC world champion. So you can't unify with a franchise belt within those rules.
Didn't Mauricio say though that the franchise?
But they make it up as they go along.
Yeah.
No, but the franchise is above a world championship,
weight,
but it doesn't matter. It's not recognised. The franchise belt is not recognised universally by governing bodies. Okay, and I'm not taking a pop at Teofimo. He should be undisputed. He is not. The only way he can be is to beat Devin Haney.
All right,
right or
let
wrong.
me stop you there as a counterpoint to that, because I've heard this counterpoint to them. Take all the belts away.
Yep.
The whole point of Undisputed is to know who's the number one guy in the division, right?
He should be undisputed.
Regardless of belts. It's to figure out who's the number one guy.
Yeah.
Teofimo beat the number one
Should
in
be
Lomachenko.
undisputed.
Regardless of belts or not, he's undisputed.
But you know that undisputed only exists via the collection of belts, unfortunately. Same with Anthony Joshua. I love your point, because AJ and Fury could drop all the belts, fight. Would it be undisputed? No. Factually, no. In a boxing sense, yes, it would. The winner is undisputed. He's undisputed best heavyweight in the world. But we all know that undisputed only comes with holding all the belts. That's got to change, in my opinion. But when you talk about Teofimo Lopez, if you want to say factually, is he undisputed? No. Should he be? Absolutely. He beat the number one in the division. He should be undisputed. Same with Josh Taylor last week. He is undisputed because he won all the belts.
People say Tank is, he can't call himself undisputed because Tank, if he beats Barrios, he's going to have that belt. So it's like this weird little slippery slope.
Tank's not fought any. Tank's not fought any champions in a weight class, really. He's gone from super feather to lightweight to light welterweight. Yeah, he's beating champions and he holds some regular belts, but he's never been in the big unification fights in the division. That's what he should be doing. But, he's a great fighter as well.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.